Welcome to Work Made Easy, where we explore the transformative power of simplicity in driving positive action and unlocking your fullest potential.
Hi there, guess what? After what feels like a gazillion years, maybe not a gazillion, but close, I'm really happy to announce that my new podcast series is finally here, and I'm calling it Work Made Easy. I'm your host Parthajeet, and for over 25 years I've been diving deep into the world of work, workplaces, and workers as a transformation consultant. And I've seen it all, the spectacular victories, the epic face plants, the fancy business mumbo-jumbo, you name it. But you know what? After all these years, I've come to one simple realization. When it comes to people, it's all about keeping things simple. Yeah, and that's what this podcast is all about. Each episode is going to be a blast, seriously. We are bringing in some super cool guests, think experts and regular folks like some of you and me and everyone in between. And they'll be sharing stories and experiences that'll probably have you nodding your head and going, oh yeah, I've been there. What kind of stories? Well, they'll be sharing stories and experiences about how they made things easier, both at work and at home. It'll be like hanging out with your friends around a campfire and sharing stories. The horror of change clung to the air like that stubborn coffee stain on your favorite mug. But wait, there's more. We're not just stopping at the stories. Now we are going full detective mode. We will break down these guest chats and dive deep into the wisdom they're dropping. Think of it as unraveling the secrets of the universe, one episode at a time. Plus, I'm hoping to demystify the whole making things easy deal. What does it really mean, especially when you're dealing with day-to-day on-ground issues? And I'll also be throwing some challenges your way from the learnings. Why? Well, let's be real. There's a whole lot to learn and grow from other people's experiences. Now, here's a favor I'm asking. Could you hit that subscribe button? And maybe tell your friends about the podcast too? Thank you so much. And if you've got a story that's screaming, I made things easy, do not hold back. Grab your mic or your smartphone, record it and send it over to podcast.blend@gmail.com. If you're more comfortable writing, that's fine too. Who knows, your story might just end up in one of our future episodes. Thanks a lot for lending your ears, and guess what? Stick around, for I've got a treat for you. I've got some awesome clips from upcoming episodes to tease your ears. Yes, you're getting a sneak peek.
Here are some snippets from the first few episodes of Work Made Easy.
Complaints of offices today are about noise and distraction. So the noise and distraction, I would say, is the opposite. So we've got potentially the best of both worlds by reinventing the office, by repurposing spaces to provide the kinds of elements that I've been referring to, ease your day. Ease your day could be spaces and services. And I think it's really important to think about the services that, good coffee.
Now let's break it down, shall we? What Clark says highlights 4 fascinating lessons that we can all take to heart. As a workplace strategy consultant myself, I have seen these principles in action and trust me, they're game changers. Lesson number 1, co-creation and engagement. Clark's journey underscores... Lesson number 2, the best of both worlds. Look at the never-ending story of office life, the constant struggle against things that take away your focus and the never-ending loud noise. But Clark emerges from this chaos with a perspective which I find so innovative that it could actually redefine the very fabric of office dynamics. Imagine a place where the noise and busyness of the office are not used as enemies, but as friends to help. Let's be honest, sometimes when the bosses use fancy words and trendy phrases, it's really hard to understand. But Philippa gets it right and shares some very clear and helpful ideas with us. Let us listen to what Philippa has to say.
We've been looking at how to help people to relate to new ways of working and to what we're proposing, what the future is going to look like. But then when you get to the level of the manager layer who've got to implement all of this, and then their team members, that doesn't mean anything to them. It's words on a paper. It's announcements. What they want to know is so how's it going to affect me physically, practically, every day? What am I going to have to do? What am I going to
Understanding that when the path forward is paved with familiar stepping stones, the journey becomes far less daunting. As Philippa shares, communication and learning doesn't blossom from monologues. They thrive in conversations. Remember, folks, it's not about telling, it's about inviting. It's about turning the spotlight onto your colleagues, your comrades, and letting their voices join the symphony of change.
I had to write a report, and I was so concerned, how would I write this report? It's going to take me a long time. She said, I went into the office, and I went into one of the focus rooms, shut the door, and I sat down, and she said, I got that done in half the time that I thought it was going to take me.
She was initially terrified by the change, but when she gave it a chance and experienced the benefits, her entire perspective changed. She went from, I cannot handle this, to, this is amazing. And that, my friends, is the power of familiarity and relatability. But the story doesn't really end there. With the help of her super awesome workplace, Linda transformed from a fearful caterpillar to a confident butterfly. And you know what happens when a butterfly flaps its wings, right? That's right. It creates a positive ripple effect. When Linda's colleagues saw her thriving, they joined the party too. Once they saw her thriving in the new environment, curiosity took hold. And they thought, if Linda can do it, so can I.
I was once involved in helping an organisation in London, an organisation of about 250 people, make a transformation from an office where everyone had a fixed desk with departments in fixed places to a new building where they wouldn't have fixed desks or fixed teams anymore, but instead they would be able to pick locations around the office and use laptops and technology in a way that gave them a much greater level of portability.
Grab a cup of coffee or tea if you're feeling posh, and let's sip on 3 main insights, shall we? Learning 1. Familiarity breeds comfort. When we encounter the unknown, it can feel... Learning 2. The power of chunking. The concept of chunking refers to the cognitive process of organizing. Learning 3. It's all about that support. The essence of success often revolves around the pillar of support.
Work made easy. The transformative power of simplicity in driving positive action and unlocking your fullest potential.
Do not forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share this episode with your friends and colleagues. Thanks for listening. Stay awesome, stay curious, and catch you in the first episode. This is Parthajeet signing off.